Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Happy Friday. We're on Wood Lake here. Just loaded kind of across the side there on the other side of the lake. Loaded at Winfield wooden lathe. Picked up this load here. We're going to take Plemwash Parkway up to Winfield and then into our 97 into Kelowna. This is what our load looks like. Full load on the front trailer, partial load on the back. Pretty decent weight. Most of my weight's on my drives. The trailer's nowhere near max weight. It'll be a nice run. Nice run home. Gotta stop at the shop first in West Kelowna. And get them to look at my two lights that are burnt out. Non-essential lights, not out of service lights, just two lights. See if they have them in stock, if they can replace them. If not, can they order them? They're both unique lights, not just regular trailer lights. They're on the truck.
5.5 kilometers, right to Highway 97 South.
Plemwash Parkway. This used to be the main highway. It used to be a little more centered over to the right-hand side. We used to have more of a shoulder on both sides, but they moved it all the way over so that there's some places no shoulder, but there's now a nice walkway. Used to be no walkway. Used to have a whole bunch of pullouts that you could stop at overnight and sleep if you needed to. Because Highway 97 doesn't have a lot of that. But with Plemwash Parkway, you can't park there at any of those pullouts anymore. And the new highway going up and over the mountain doesn't have any pullouts. So it's removed a bunch of places we can stop and sleep. Seems every time they do an upgrade and an improvement, we lose a place to stop and sleep. Speed limit used to be, I think, 70 or 80 kilometers an hour on here. Now it's 50. Beautiful section of the old Highway 97. Anything that looks like there's a parking area, have all these signs, no overnight parking. So, not a great place to pull over anymore. That's okay. It just means we have to find new places, which are getting harder and harder. So, someone in the government planning Okanagan Highway 97 could use a nice big truck stop. Just north of Kelowna or just south of Kelowna would be perfect. Because most trucks are heading through Kelowna or to Kelowna or from Kelowna. put these little curves in everywhere to slow people down, which is a good idea. Because we wouldn't be doing 50 on here if we didn't put these curves on. But if you're in a car, you want to do some day picnicking, Glenmarsh Parkway is actually a very nice place to come day picnicking. Pull out your kayaks, canoes. And the lake rarely freezes.
In 600 meters, keep right to Highway 97 South. Keep right to Highway 97 South.
Okay, Highway 97,
Continue on Highway
Lake Country.
97.
Beautiful little drive. Guess there's no point of speeding up. So you guys remember 2 weeks ago where I smashed my finger? Today, my finger has decided to peel, like my whole finger to the front knuckle has decided to, all the skin is peeling as if I got a sunburn. It still hurts a bit. 2 weeks later, it still hurts a bit. It's sensitive, but not that agonizing pain. The first week really sucked. But still hard to roll up tarps and stuff like that. That kind of stuff still hurts, but for those of you that have smashed a finger and turned a nail black, you know what that feels like. I did get lucky on, as far as pressure, I didn't have to relieve the pressure on it. It relieved itself by bleeding out the side edges. Smashed it hard enough that it broke the skin along the side, and it relieved its own pressure. Now we just have to find out if the nail is broken or if it's going to if it's going to continue growing normally, or if a new nail is growing. almost looks like the sun wants to bust through those clouds. On a clear sky driving southbound at 10:30 would kind of suck because we'd be driving directly into the sun. Sun is slowly getting a little higher in the sky. That's as high as the sun gets. The sun never gets above us. It always stays low in the sky. For those of you guys living closer to the equator, I know for you guys that this is really weird, right? That I'm facing directly south and having the sun that low in the sky. Welcome to Winfield, part of Lake Country. That's a terrible place to break down. Oh, flat tire. I was half expecting the bus. There it is. The bus to signal in this way. That's why I left some room, but This lake is frozen. What is this lake called again? Duck Lake, right? Sorry guys, not much to say. The week is done and it's week's over. Most of my day is just spent in silence, just riding along. Thinking about life. Welcome to Kelowna. Don't see an airplane or a jet coming in for a landing this time. Last time we caught one coming in, but don't see anything. There's actually a neat spot to watch airplanes coming and going in the Kelowna airport, and that's on the other side. So there's a park on the other side, and you can go park up there, and it's a pretty good viewpoint of the airport if you want to do plane spotting, plane watching. It's oh, there comes one for landing. Air Canada. I didn't see that one. There it goes. And touchdown. Touchdown right behind my mirror. One of those small turboprops. Regional. It's interesting, it was kind of floating there above the runway, teeter-tottering left and right, so just floating. It's like it got a little bit of a gust of wind right before it touched down and floated a lot longer than it wanted to. Excuse me. Now we'll drive through Kelowna, across Okanagan Lake, and we'll call it a day after that. No idea how long that video will be, but I figure that's a good length. Glad I fueled up in Merritt yesterday. A little run to Oyama is going to use a little extra fuel, and now I've got lots to spare for Sunday night. Oh yeah, this load's going to Castlegar. Inter 4 Castlegar, so kind of northwest of Castlegar. Oh boy, it's a bit of an aggressive move. Yeesh. You guys are insane, and you wonder why crashes happen. Sneak out of my blind spot there. It's always nice when you see a car merge in from the right that's in your blind spot. Can't go in the right lane, that is HOV only. Why in the world they thought an HOV lane in the right lane would make sense, I don't know. Puts all the trucks in the center, the most in the way place. I would have put the HOV in the left lane, but they wanted it in the right lane to make it faster for buses. Has it actually made it faster for buses? No! Maybe once or twice. I would much rather be running a big rig in the right lane, have all the cars in the center lane, and then the fast cars all the way in the left lane. You guys are in the HOV in the left, and it's backwards. It's backwards. HOV is in effect from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. After 7 p.m., I'm in the right lane. I'm in that lane immediately. That's just the lane that's lowest risk. With us being in the center lane, everybody merging on is merging across in front of me, trying to get to the left lane because the HOV lane is not the fastest, and people have to merge into the HOV lane, and if they only have one driver in the car, they have to merge over into this lane, which is the slow lane. So cars have to go all 3 lanes over, so you get some risky moves. Dumb. It's dumb. At least the pickup in my blind spot, I can see. They're tall enough that you can see the pickups in the blind spot. Car in the blind spot, they just disappear. You guys remember, was it a year ago, 2 years ago, where that car just merged right into the side of me? I thought I could see you. Dude. Even if I had been able to see you, why would you merge into the side of a truck? Dude can see me. I'm gonna merge over. I see a lot of cars and I don't merge into the side of them. Hanging out in my blind spot and then merging into the side of me. I didn't know someone was there until I felt the boom. It's like, what the heck was that? Hit the brakes and then here pops out a car all dented up. Dumb car. Guess what damage it did to my truck? The fancy little covers going over the nuts of the tire. Those were broken off. The plastic little covers were broken off. And there's a tiny little scratch in my moose bumper. That's it. Her car was huge dent in the door, mirror was hanging off. scratch on the front fender. Like, she did quite a bit of damage to her car. A little bit funny. Truck in front of us looks like it's filled with apples. Golden delicious apples. Maybe some red delicious too. Looks like a mix of golden and red. Problem with Kelowna is red lights. Way too many traffic lights. I've seen a spot in Chilliwack where they took something like this and put in an on-ramp or a overpass. You should get rid of every other red light and just put an overpass so people can cross the road. Not get onto this highway, just cross the road. And then every other one also overpass, but have on-ramp, off-ramps, or maybe at least a few, and just remove red lights. By building overpass, step one would be building some overpasses. And people wanting to travel across Highway 97, because a lot of these cars don't want to turn onto 97. A lot of those cars just want to cross over. For those people that want to turn onto 97, let them go one block further and turn over there. Just do one at a time. Start a project and go, which one's the easiest to fix to remove traffic? Like this one, a lot of people want to turn on this one. It's one of the main ones. So here, you can do on-ramp, off-ramps. It's physically possible Basically just one lane, you remove the sidewalk. Well, you remove the center median, so you don't need the turn lane in the center. Squish the sidewalk over, get rid of the turn lane on both sides. The lanes are there already. And then just have the lanes on the side go shoot up and have a red light at the top to make a left and a right turn at the top. You could do it within the existing footprints, because a lot of these exits and on-ramps have, or exits here already have, little turning lanes. You just take those turning lanes and just elevate those turning lanes. Get rid of the center medium, just put in no posts. Get rid of the center turning lanes. It's actually quite a lot of room. You could definitely make this highway flow smooth. You get to a point where there is no red lights in this city. And like this, where there's off ramps, on ramps like this, that's fine. Leave those there. Off lanes, on lanes, merge lanes, whatever you want to call them. But they would be an eyesore. People would get over it, and you can paint those things beautiful colors and put in sculptures on the side of walls and stuff. Make them pretty. I've seen some in Vancouver that are really pretty. I've done a really good job on some of them. That snowstorm that was supposed to hit last night was like 12 hours late. I guess the only downside to those on-ramps, off-ramps would be some of the businesses would lose access to their yard immediately off. As soon as you turn off the road, you would lose access. Like this business here, an exit to the right into that business, that exit would have to disappear. That would be the complicated part. Kind of look at ones like that where that's a complicated part and don't do an on-ramp, off-ramp. Only do an overpass there. Or get rid of a light altogether. Because if intersections are moving better across the main highway, you wouldn't need as many intersections. This one, lots of room. Both directions, lots of room to make on-ramp, off-ramps like the ones in Chilliwack. Although Chilliwacks are kind of ugly. I think you can do that and make them pretty. Man, that was a long red light. It's going pretty good. Snowstorm is coming after all. A sound that I didn't like. I don't know what that was. Don't hear it now. Here with the Super Bs, it's hard to get dead on center of this lane, and I can't merge over to the right because we're in a corner. I don't know if there's someone beside me, and there is. It's terrible having a truck in the center lane there. Okanagan Lake, looking a little stormy. Is the snow starting to stick on the road? It's getting a little slushy. Huh? Interesting. Still plus 3.5. Well, that was Kelowna. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride. Listen to me complain about traffic because that's nothing new. I'm gonna drop into West Kelowna here, get my truck quickly looked at. Hopefully it's only like 5 minutes, and then head home and get some lunch and go live on the 3Js. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am out of here. You guys absolutely rock. Get a real honk in.